success.
What's up? Welcome to your favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 88.
Ocho.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod guys. And with me, I'm with the best man in all the podcast land, my right-hand man, Mr. B-Head.
Hola. Fuck is up, niggas? Hope y'all doing all right. Back in this bitch one time for your motherfucking minds.
Hey, we been out. We apologize. We had some audio issues, but we back. We had some life issues, but we back. We back out this
sound
bitch.
man, get our shit together, man. Fuck you up.
Don't insult our sound man, Joe. Hey, what's up with you, man, besides threatening our sound man?
Fuck sound man up. Sound boy burial, nigga. You heard that? You heard that song before? Go do your Googles.
What's that shit?
Be a sound guy burial, nigga. Shit just chilling, you know. Life is always lifing, but fortunate for, you know, the things that we do have, and you got to be grateful for the things you do have and the things you don't have, you know what I mean? So yeah, just taking one day at a time, you heard me, but we out here.
I feel you on that.
How about you? How you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, I've been doing regular stuff and doing great stuff and trying to balance it all out. You know what I'm saying? I did some procrastination at work today and got what I should have gotten done in a month, done in 4 hours.
Sounds like a good way to work.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something.
Pressure bust pipes will make diamonds.
Bruh, that's what so listen, here's my problem with that, right? Because I really do excel under pressure, right? But I feel like, why did you wait that long? Like, I kept putting it off because I didn't want to deal with the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'll do that later. I had a whole month to do it.
Should be.
And then I get in there today. I get into work at 6 a.m., like 6:30 this morning. Cause I gotta have the shit by 1 o'clock. I do these, told y'all about this, but I do these, webinars that I basically treat like a podcast, for my job, for all the management. So they register for these webinars and they listen to me talk about different ethical subjects and shit like that. But
that they don't give a fuck about.
Some of them do. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep their jobs, if nothing else.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But they're managers, so they need to know so that they can educate their workforce. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, like, I gotta put together like this whole fucking presentation and shit. And I do that shit and I kill that shit, bro. But I'm just like, you shouldn't work like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's an adrenaline rush.
Why not?
Because you still stressing out.
It works.
You stressing out. You know what I mean? Like,
you're gonna stress out regardless. That's work. Work is stressful. Like, as an adult, like, and when you get paid, I mean, I don't know. Like, work, I don't know. Like, I do a lot of fucking shit, and I don't know. Work is stressful. I ain't gonna say I hate my job, but I dislike things about my job. Speaking of which, I kind of like, I threw my damn boss in the fire the other day. That shit was, but I did it tactfully and professionally. But everybody was like, they were like, damn, kind of read her rights, but it wasn't like that. But the bitch gave me some misinformation. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, like, I do commercial claims, so I've been doing commercial claims and litigation for like 7 years. So I'm, you know, pretty well versed in it. And while there's certain nuances and variations of, you know, like commercial claims and like companies and shit, it's still the basic policies, right? So like, bitch told me some incorrect information, and like we had a round table, you know what I mean? And the round table was to bring forth any issues and address certain things.
Oh,
so
shit.
like, our director, shit wild. Like, our director, this motherfucker, like, he put in his 2 weeks notice 2 weeks ago, right? Or 2 weeks from Friday, and didn't tell nobody. He told like the claims VP, because that's his direct boss. So he tells him, but they don't like, and I guess they're trying to like see if they can keep him and do some different shit. So he comes in on Friday like, hey, this is my last day. Some niggas is like,
nice to know you fuck out.
I'm like, he was like, I'm putting in my notice. Just letting you know that, that I put my 2 weeks notice in. And he was like kind of talking around the fact that Friday was his fucking last day. So I'm like, me being me, I'm like, so are you saying today your last day? He like, yeah. I'm like, everybody's well, goddamn. It's only 2 black people in our department, of course. That's usually how shit goes. But,
yeah.
So that shit was funny. So after that, the air went out of the room on that, and they was like, and everybody's like, "Do you have anything else?" I was like, "Well, this is the round table, so we got shit to talk about, work shit, right?" So they were like, "Yeah, sure." And then I was like, "Yeah." So I was told, and I ain't say my boss name, but she over her face, like you about to go down a roller coaster and shit, and the stomach quenching that you get and the uneasiness. I seen it. And on her face, but I won't I ain't try to throw under the bus literally. I just was trying to get some clarity because everybody else was telling me one thing, as far as how they do it. And then I was pretty sure of how to do it based on how the shit read, you know what I mean? And I can interpret, the shit or whatever. But anyway, shit was funny as hell. Everybody, and a couple people damn, you had Regina and that's sick. And I was like, yeah, I did. I mean, but it wasn't purposely. I just didn't. I needed some clarity and I wanted to make sure for consistency.
So
purposes.
you told her that you told the group that your boss told you some wrong shit.
Yeah.
And your boss just looking like she got a stomach ache.
Yeah. She brought me into her office.
Oh shit.
Later on was but she was just yeah, she was you kind of blindsided me a little bit. I was like, well, I wasn't trying to do it. I tried to do it I was just trying to say I was trying to get consistency, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been told, you told me one thing, you're my boss, obviously, but it was other people tenured people who had been doing this just longer than you know what I mean? And had been using this and told me about this particular cover. So I'm like, shit, I need to find out which one was right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And no better place than the round table. She was like, well, yeah, maybe just let me know before you do it. I'm like, well, it kind of just came up, which it didn't. But I was like, yeah, I had to claim, and they emailed me right before I came to the round table. So I was like, it was fresh on my mind. I was like, I might as well bring it up.
Yeah.
I had the shit planned on.
Right.
But fuck her.
But that's crazy.
I don't like her anyway.
That's crazy because actually late last week, Thursday, Friday or whatever, I had kind of I kind of blew up at work. Cause I have this big project that I have to do, and then it's already on a short timeline. And I done came to you, I done presented the timeline to you, I done told you the milestones. We gotta have this thing approved by December 2nd so we can get it to the board, right? So I'm showing you the whole timeline. I'm showing you the check-in points, the approval points, all of that shit, right? So then I'm having a meeting with her a week later, and she was like, yeah, so me and David, who's her boss, an executive, yeah, so we need 3 weeks to review prior to you giving it to the executive team. Bitch, dog, I just showed you this plan. I showed you with a week approval time. We already on a short timeline. Not only did I show you a week approval time, I showed you with the executives having a week's approval time after that, right? She gonna tell me she need 3 weeks and then I need to give the executives 2 weeks. Bitch, you taking over a month out my timeline that I didn't even have. Right. So I'm already pissed off. I don't know how I'm going to work this. I can't invent time. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I'm just doing myself. I got to bring in I got to put a whole team together. I got to have a bunch of subject matter experts. It's not just my time. And my subject matter experts are directors and above. So their schedules are fucking crazy. So I'm trying to work all this shit, right? So I'm already frustrated, right? I'm frustrated as fuck. So then I go see one of my other VPs who I'm really cool with, white lady. She dope. She's one of the younger ones. She probably more closer to my age than the rest of them. So she telling me about it, and basically she tells me about this company initiative that they're working on that's basically going to make this whole project that I'm working on void a month after it drops. Right?
So you're just doing busy work.
So I'm upset. Let me tell you something. The company that I'm currently at. So people, it don't matter. Like, I love the type of work that I do, but where you do the shit makes all the difference. The people that you do it around makes all the difference. And it, like we talked about on this show, like, money don't fix it. Like, offices don't fix it. Amenities don't fix it. If you don't like going to work with unorganized people or the people that you are with, it can make it hell, right? So I'm talking to her and I was like, yo, like, you understand you really just dropped the bomb on me, right? So she like, don't worry about it. Like, I'm going to reach out to your director and I'm going to reach out to my counterpart who's the VP and we going to talk it out and see what happened. Okay, all y'all got busy ass schedules. Like, my timeline has already started. I can't afford to put some shit on there, right? So I then go to my manager and I'm just like, look, this was such and such just told me what the fuck is going on. Basically, like, because after I drop this in December and I get it approved, by February, it's going to be null and void. Like, and it's a big project. Right. And my boss like, oh, don't worry about it. Just keep on doing it. Don't worry about it. Just keep on doing it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And see, one of the things that causes me big frustration is because my job is about compliance and compliance culture, ethical culture, how you treat people, how you go about work, how you make shit a good environment, right? My manager and my team are all attorneys. All they think about is legal or not legal. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm telling them is, I'm like, look, this is a cultural initiative. If we do this and the company does this, it ain't no point in us doing it. So you know how when a person like looking at you, but they ain't listening. You know what I'm saying? So she talking to me and she trying to offer me assistance. But I don't need assistance. I need clarity on what the company is about to do. So I'm telling her, like, look, lady, like, I'm tired of every time I'm talking about something. It's been like this. It's a bunch of monkey wrenches getting thrown in. None of y'all know what each other is doing. She was like, well, do we need to offer you more help to get it done? Are you not listening to what I'm saying?
Nah,
bro, not. So I just got mad, bro. Like, I just got mad. Like, and I don't think she's seen me get mad. Like, and I got mad because I'm just like, you're not listening to me. You know what I'm saying?
You just don't give a fuck about what I'm talking about.
Exactly. You just like, she was like, well, you know, I'm trying to help. I just don't know how I can help. And I'm just like, what I'm asking you as my manager is, one, when I'm coming to you, I need you to give me guidance because you're closer to your next level. After an executive, you're next level. So I need you to give me insight. And if we don't have insight, I need you to help me find out what's going on. I don't need more team support. I don't need more people on my team to help me do shit that's going to be void. That's not what I'm saying. But anyway, I say all that to say, like, bruh.
Fuck corporate America. That shit trash.
It's so trash. It's so trash. And the company that I'm at currently, they are really kind of like a check the box. They just want to get stuff done, like just stuff. Like, it don't have to connect. You don't understand the big picture. You just want to do stuff to show that you do stuff. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was crazy because, you know, your boss, you made your boss upset. I'm upset with my boss, and I'm just like, and I don't even like using the term boss, so I try to correct myself because ain't nobody the fucking boss of me. My manager that manages my work. You know what I'm saying? Like, corporate America is just trash, man. And we gotta figure out this shit to get out. Like, real talk.
But then there comes a whole nother pot of fucking bullshit, like doing shit on your own, like being an entrepreneur, which that shit is dope. But that shit, you got a whole nother goddamn, you know, field of grass that you got to contend with to see, you know, the water and cultivate that shit. Cause then you start like, cause 9 times out of 10, if you're an entrepreneur, you probably selling some shit. So you got to deal with customers and I don't know. It's just like, goddamn. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
I mean, yeah.
I'm thinking like you got to get insurance and you got to be accountable and then you got to get a labor force and then, you know what I mean? Which,
depending, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people with successful businesses, you know what I'm saying? So it just depends on, you know, are you a leader or do you like to be led? And ain't nothing wrong with liking to be led. You just got to know your strengths. You know what I'm saying? Some people think they're going to start their own business. It's going to be less work. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think of starting a business or having my own business as less work. I just think of it as work on my terms. You know what I'm saying? Versus having to assimilate to corporate America and having to feel like you're going into work every day being a puppet. At least if it's my business, I get to conduct business on my terms. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the thing about it is, like, for real, if I could, even if it's just investing or whatever the case may be, if I could get enough income where I can replicate the income that I make at another job, I would quit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, if I can make 6 figures on my own, like, it could be a low 6 figures, I would quit. Like, that's enough. I feel like that's enough to support me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, you know, I was just having this conversation with somebody who used to work at our old gig, and they been there for like 15 fucking years, and they talking about how they not getting paid. And I'm just like, look, you about to be in director position and you not getting paid. You're never going to get paid staying at the same job for all them years, because they got the cheat code. They know your numerical worth. So they're not going to give you this out crazy ass raise when they know all they got to do is give you 10% and you happy just to get the title change and a little bit more money, when really taxes just gonna eat that bitch up anyway. You gotta leave. Like, you can't stay at these companies all those years. You don't have pensions and shit like you used to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can give a company a little bit of your time and then you gotta fucking dip. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like your company, that's fine, but you can't like your company and expect to get paid. 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. And somebody's going to come in from off the street and do the same job that you're doing and get paid 30-40% more than you're getting paid right now, just because you've been there for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And it's upward mobility, you know, from a role wise or position wise, but you ain't gonna never get your bread like you should. You know what I'm saying? You go into these other companies and you can lie. Long as you know the market value of what your job is, you can say you making the high end of that job, even if you ain't, and they got to match it. You know, if they really want you, you know what I'm saying? It works. You know what I'm saying? When I left North Carolina, I doubled my salary instantly. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? But that entrepreneur thing, like, you got to know if that's for you. And if that's not for you, you need to figure out another way to get your bread, because staying in the same place ain't it. And these white folks ain't gonna never give us our 40 acres, bro.
That's a fact, Jack.
Period. That was my soapbox. What you been up to, bro?
Shit. Went to the Chris Brown show week 4 last.
How was that?
And it's fucking amazing.
You go see him every time he in town, don't you?
Goddamn right. That's the fucking greatest, one of the greatest of all time.
Fucking
yeah. I'm in that bitch. I got the goddamn, hell yeah. That motherfucker, he's amazing. Like, that nigga, like, it's just amazing, like, how obviously, clearly he's got, like, hits galore. Like, the nigga did, like, a segment of, like, his past hits, and, like, it was like 20, he didn't even go through and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just did look a little mashup, a little medley and shit, but he was killing that shit. Like, it's amazing to me how well he dances.
He crazy.
And like, just continuously. Like, that motherfucker just, like, and that shit, granted, I know he, you know, muscle memory, repetition and shit, but, like, my mind would forget 17 steps out of the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, but this is, again, muscle memory. That motherfucker amazing, man. And, like, this
but he liked the dance. Like, you can tell he just liked to dance. Like, he just dancing like, when he by himself, seemed like. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just liked the dance.
He just hits a jig. Like, he's, you know what I mean? But it was great. It was it was at the PNC Arena and shit. So that shit was dope. I was talking to my homegirl, and she was like, she had like front row tickets or some shit. She was like, yeah, he's incredible. He was like, only thing I can't give him the edge over Beyonce, because she don't take intermissions and shit. And I was like, well, Beyonce doesn't smoke cigarettes and sneak past, so he had to go back. He had to go take a break. Okay. But like, the intermission was wild, because he had like, it was like twerk music. So the DJ was playing twerk music crazy and shit. So all the young bitches in there going nuts and shit. That shit was crazy, man. And then shout out to Juvie, because back that ass up with all like
Forever.
These bitches weren't even born when Back That Ass Up came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real,
Forever
for real.
great.
These bitches still is twerking and shit. And it just got the party going. Tory Lanez performed. He did a really good job. He's like an energy guy. He was dope. More so just for the energy. Like, he really didn't perform but like 3 songs. He was just fucking running back and forth on the stage and getting the crowd turned. Ty Dolla performed.
Ty, my guy, cool. Ty.
Yeah, well, I was a little underwhelmed.
Really?
I love Ty Dolla, but I wasn't.
I've never thought of him as a performer. I've thought of him more of a singer.
He just didn't sing his, like, the shit that he did. Like, I don't know. It was a little underwhelming. But
oh man,
he brought out Petey and Charlotte. He brought out Petey and Charlotte, so that was dope. Shout out to Petey. But yeah, man, it was dope. I was hoping that maybe, like, I don't know, fucking J. Cole would have came out, since he stayed here or some shit. But but it was dope, man. We enjoyed it. It went on Friday. Last Friday and shit. Shit was dope. Had a good time. And then that's pretty much it. I ain't really do. I was supposed to go to a comedy show. I was supposed to see Mark Curry on Saturday. I had free tickets and shit, but I ain't feel like going. I just
Mark
felt like
Curry. Hang with Mr. Cooper?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yep. So he was here.
He funny?
This new comedy club.
Good stand-up?
I mean, he's a comedian, so yeah.
I'm saying, do you like him? Or you were just going to see him? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had free tickets.
Oh, okay,
free.
got you. I'm like, okay, you going, so, I mean, are you a fan or?
Nah, that was last week. Nah, hell no. I ain't
Don't say hell no.
I mean, I'm not, like, I ain't dying to see
Mark Curry.
Mr. Cooper remakes. You know what I'm saying? But
oh man,
I just didn't feel like going.
Gotcha.
Like, I went to Fayetteville. I was looking at some properties and shit. So by the time I got home, I was like, I don't feel like doing shit. So I just chilled and that was it. I ain't really do shit. I went to Chris Brown the week before last, and then I was good, and then that was it. And then I had other shit going on throughout my life. But yeah, how about you? What you been up to?
Man, I think the last time I talked to y'all people, I was doing my whole rejuvenation week. That went well, and then this weekend, I got back to business. Let me see. I went to ATO Funk Fest this weekend. That was lit as fuck. I like it because you can not only bring your own seats and shit, but you can bring coolers and food and alcohol and all that shit. So, black people was out there having them a good ass fucking time. Friday night was lit. They was smoking up a bitch too. Friday night, was cool because they had like the old school ATL reunion. It was like Franchise Boys, Trillville, Phil Mob, Young Dro.
I know this.
Pastor Troy,
my shit.
Scrappy, D4L, right, Crime Mob, my arch nemesis, the Brat.
I know that shit was fire.
Hey, that shit was lit.
So fire.
That shit was lit. Like, fuck.
I know that shit was fire. I seen Dro perform. He killed that shit.
Yeah, and then Saturday, it was more R&B. So it was like Guy and Teddy Riley, Blackstreet, 112, Dave Hollister, SWV. They had Scarface and Mystical too. So that whole shit was dope. You know what I mean? You out there.
Yeah, Mystical out?
Yeah, Mystical out.
Yeah, he is out. That's right.
And it was so funny because like more than one person was like, oh, they let him out here after he been raping bitches.
I know, like, danger has a different connotation.
Right, exactly.
When you hear it. Like,
watch yourself.
Ooh, I don't know. It's a little rapey. Mystical. The man
Predator,
right here.
watch
Where
yourself.
Are you? Where exactly are you, the man right here?
Hey, the nigga said, one of the Instagram dudes said, we let Mystical slide with, I came in with my dick in my hand. Don't worry about it. Be cool.
Be cool. No, yeah.
That's like how we let him. How we let him slide with that? Like, how you gonna tell me be cool and you got your dick in your hand?
Because he made Man Right Here. Man Right Here, one of the hardest fucking beats of all time.
That is true. And he did Still Smoking.
That shit's crazy. Oh, he did Still Smoking.
He did Still Smoking too.
Smoking. He had to.
Still Smoking. Yep. So that shit.
I know he got a set though. Mystical got them. He got some hits though.
Everybody had a set though.
Yeah.
Everybody I named had a set. Like motherfuckers that I only think of like one hit, like Trillville and shit like that with some cut. They did like 4 joints. I was like, Yo, I forgot
yeah.
they had all them joints.
Get on my level.
Hell yeah, bro. Like,
get on my level with that shit.
Hey.
Damn, I don't give a fuck. Crunk era and like early 2000s rap music was fucking amazing. I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah.
That shit, I mean, like, I don't know, especially because I was trapping and doing all type of crazy shit. So, like, I was, like, really living that life. And then I used to be in Atlanta, like, because my homeboys were signed to Disturbing the Peace and shit. So, like, that was, like, the kickoff for Jeezy and fucking, like, Big Meech and all them and BMF. And, like, I seen that shit firsthand. Like, I remember being in Visions and shit and seeing, like, Meech come through that motherfucker. And, like, we in Visions. This ain't no strippers at all. This motherfucker just throwing money. Like, that shit, that nigga probably threw, like, 30 grand.
Yeah.
And, like,
that was a good
I'm
time.
talking about NBA niggas. Like, I remember AI was in there, motherfucking AI was looking like he was a little nigga. And this was at the height of AI. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was when AI was, championship form and one of the best players in the league. You know what I mean? Like, he looking at these niggas like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was crazy, man. Atlanta was an amazing place. So
Atlanta is an amazing place. I still love it. I still love it. It's always something going on. It's just a good place, especially if you black.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It's a great place because it's just so much culture here. You know what I'm saying? And it's unapologetically black.
Did you go to the Revolt conference and shit?
Nah, I ain't go there. I was at Funk Fest all weekend, and then Sunday, I went to go see Hustlers. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, my old lady went to see that shit Sunday.
That movie, I give it probably like a 7. I feel like from a movie standpoint, like I ain't gonna spoil it, but it kind of drops you off. Like it seemed like they didn't finish it for whatever reason, but it was good up until that point. But let me tell you something. J-Lo was worth all of that $15 that was spent on that movie. J-Lo is fine, okay? Like 50 where, my nigga? Like fine on 1,000 and swag on 1,000. Like she up there being a stripper with Cardi and Lizzo and
a 50-year-old stripper.
50.
Just put it like that.
50 and don't look nowhere near 50, bro.
Right.
Like what SAG? What cellulite? What anything? Now, granted, she is a very rich woman, so I'm sure when you got a chef and you have, a trainer and access to surgeons. I don't know if she's had surgery, but whatever she has done, shout out to you. Like, I feel like J-Lo is 50-year-old goals and motherfucking Angela Bassett is 60-year-old goals. And hey, J-Lo fine. Like, I don't care what age you are or what your sexuality is. J-Lo is fine. Like, ain't no denying that at all. Ben, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I think it's still a cool movie. You know what I'm saying? Especially, if you going on a date or you having girls' night or something like that. Like, I still think it's a good movie. But yeah, did that, you know what I'm saying? So, I had a pretty good weekend. I can't even really complain, man.
That's dope.
I thought about you, this week when they were talking about the whole, vaping thing and the proposed ban on vaping because I guess like 6 people done died and 300 then got like some lung shit. What's your thoughts on that shit?
I mean, it's no different than cigarettes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, cigarettes been killing motherfuckers forever. And we know that. Like, cause y'all got a fucking surgeon general warning on the side of that motherfucker. So,
bro,
I mean,
that's
it's definitely something.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, like, so it's a different, like, the vape shit, the THC pens are different than I think what
the Juuls
I think it's
and
still
all
vaping,
that,
but yeah, the shits that these THC shits, like them big ass, like y'all niggas that look like Puff the Magic Dragon with them big ass fucking smoke clouds. Y'all niggas look lame as fuck, by the way. Just want to let you know that in case nobody ever told you, like, you hitting that fucking, that fluorescent ass fucking goddamn club smoke machine. Shit is corny as fuck.
Club
just want
to let you know.
Machine. Like I seen a nigga the other day smoking goddamn in the car. He couldn't tell him shit. You couldn't tell him he won't shit in his Honda Civic with the vape, water vapor and shit. I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of here, lame ass nigga. That shit smell like goddamn strawberries and shit. Like, what are you smoking, sir? Fuck out of here. That shit got more exhaust than you got in a little car. But
so a lot of smoke is not good. I mean, I've vaped before, but not on a regular basis. Like, so is it like
I don't vape, so I don't, outside of like the, like the little THC pens and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Like them shits no more.
You don't like them no more?
Like them shits
okay.
Nah, them shits like, they cool. You know what I mean? Like, just if you, if somebody got one and you say in a bar or some shit where you can't necessarily smoke. But
off
like,
the incognito.
Just normally, nah, them shits corny. I don't like them shits. Like, they be fucking with my they fuck with my, like, I could tell when I smoke them, like, that my chest be feeling weird and shit. I don't
See? Maybe that's why the ban, because it's blowing people's lungs out and shit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. I agree. But cigarettes doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and them shit still, you can definitely go to your corner store and pick up a pack of Newports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why I'm trying to figure out Orange Boy's angle on this. Like, what is his real angle on this? Well, first of all, he always trying to do something to deflect from the other shit he trying to do. So I don't know if vaping is just now, this scapegoat so he can do all the other shit, that he does. But it's like, cigarettes been killing niggas for decades upon decades upon decades, right? Hundreds of years. When the cigarettes come out, I'm sure cigarettes been around since tobacco been around, and that's been since slavery. So, but
niggas been smoking cigs, rolling up tobacco
and chewing it and like all that shit. So that's been killing niggas. Guns been killing niggas. Like, kids getting killed, like everybody but 6 people die from vaping, and now we putting a ban on it. Like, something going on. Something in the milk ain't clean.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
it's always something up the sleeve.
I think that it's just like very sad that I feel like he may be the first person that I've been alive to witness that literally has not one redeeming quality. Like, I can't think of not one. The only thing I have that's remotely in a complimentary bucket is that he a fuckboy and he kind of like stands in his fuckboyness. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he tried to hide it.
I appreciate his consistency. You know what I mean? Like, if nothing else, like, you don't gotta like him as a person, clearly, but like, you know what you're getting. You know you're
dealing with the devil himself.
You know exactly what you're getting, exactly. But he, I was watching, I sent you the Revolt. You probably won't watch it, but
I saw parts of it with
it's
T.I.
really good. The whole thing is good. I think you should watch. Like, don't just take the excerpts, which, I mean, Killer Mike shit was extremely dope. Killer Mike is one of the most, I think that motherfucker brilliant. Like, I swear to God, like, he makes shit seem so fucking, like, he has the most eloquent and articulate way of real niggaism that I've ever seen, I think. Like, that motherfucker's a beast. But it was Candace Owens,
is a bitch.
I never really listened to her in totality. She was up there. It was Candace Owens, Tamika Mallory, Tip, some light-skinned nigga.
Some light-skinned
and some other light-skinned girl who was a proponent for Trump.
Wow.
Heather. Forgot her name. It was all black cast, and it was moderated by, that's why you should watch it. It's really good.
How long is it?
Cousin Jeff. It's an hour and 18 minutes. But yeah, Cousin Jeff or whatever the fuck his name is from back
Cousin
in the day,
Jeff.
he was a moderator. He did a good job. He did a good job too.
Cousin Jeff is always really good.
Correct. Yeah, he's dope. He's an ill dude too. And like Puff, it was a Revolt conference. Puff was in the audience and shit, whatever. But they were going through different, topics or whatever. And Candace Owens was saying a lot of dope shit, but everybody was just so like, it's weird because like with black people, we get stuck in our own, like we get in our own way too. Because while she has said some radical ass shit, some of the shit that she was saying was spot on. You know what I mean?
Like,
just because
give us an example.
The messenger, she was basically saying how black people get, like how Democrats are how Democrats are basically using racism to their advantage, right? Like basically saying like, they are responsible for, just basically using it as clickbait. So like they know that that's a trigger word for us. So if they just throw out the word racism, then, and put that on the other side, on the left side, then automatically, or the right rather, automatically we just go to that. But historically, Democrats have not really done shit for us. And for what it's worth, Donald Trump has done way more in terms of justice reform for black people getting out of prisons, because the Democrats were obviously Bill Clinton, 3 strikes rule. He's completely lifted that shit. Barack didn't do that shit. Nobody else did that shit, but Donald Trump did. Like, motherfuckers is coming home on the strength of that. Like, it's been, I think, 3,000 people that are expected between now and Christmas that'll be home from this 3 strike rule from, crazy punishment. So she mentioned that, how black fathers are being taken from the home.
So was that the topic? Was that the topic?
It's a bunch of shit.
Because I'm thinking okay, so what? 3,000 people came home. What about the millions of people that's been fucked over?
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is you have to listen. That's just a lot of it.
Yeah, because I just be trying to figure out. I admit that I'm one of the people who tuned Candace Owens out. She's just Black Tommy
she
Loren.
She had some valid points. Like, she was saying a lot of ill shit. Like, to start off, and then everybody just kind of like start throwing, giving her hell. Like, the audience did, to the point where even Killer Mike was like, "Yo, y'all got to chill, respect her. Nonetheless, she's still a black woman. You know what I mean? And she's still giving valid points that several other black people have been saying that y'all just don't want to hear it because of the message.
Facts.
Don't shoot the
don't
message.
Don't want to hear it because of the messenger. Don't, because you anti-black as fuck.
Not really, though. That's the thing.
All the shit all the excerpts I've ever heard from her.
That's why you gotta watch just watch the joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, just watch it for yourself. All those out there, it's on YouTube. It's the Revolt Conference. It has Tamika Mallory, Killer Mike, Tip, some light skinned nigga, Candace Owens, and some light skinned lady that's pro-Trump. So I don't know. It was very interesting. I was watching it right before the podcast, so I still got like 20 minutes left of it, but it was really dope. I think everybody should watch it. So it's politically charged, obviously, because, everything's coming up in the election for next year or whatever. So I just think it's dope. I wish I could have went to the Revolt Conference because it seemed like it was a pretty dope event, from beginning to end. Shout out to Puff and all the strides he's making for our people, one way or another.
Yeah, shout out to Pope. Shout out to Puff for that. It did, as a whole, it seemed like a really good event, but this is probably his 3rd or 4th one or whatever. But they switched it from a music conference to just Revolt. I forgot what it's called now, but he's actually doing them on, he did this one in Atlanta. I think he's doing one in LA, and I think he's doing one in New York. So he's actually expanding it a little bit to touch different major demographics and shit like that in major areas. So, okay.
But I think it's dope that he did that, because obviously Atlanta's a music hotbed for black music. So,
and black entrepreneurship and black politics.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
So shout out to Puff for that. While we're going into that, let's go straight into Brown and Proud and give Puff, Brown and Proud for the Revolt Conference. I also want to give a Brown and Proud shout out to Pinky Cole, the founder of successful Atlanta restaurant Slutty Vegan, and Stacy Lee, owner of New York craft beer bar Harlem Hops, for paying off the remaining debts of 30 Clark Atlanta seniors. I think that is super duper dope. That is another reason why we must get to a point where we're making more money than we're getting paid at these corporate places so that we can really help motherfuckers in addition to ourselves. I just think that is dope because it's so much fucking student debt, man. And it's crazy, even you talked about it, it's people with student debt and they don't have, no degrees or nothing, to show for it. You know what I mean? And then it's people with degrees that can't even find jobs to support the cost of their monthly student debt. So, that's crazy, but these are 2 black entrepreneurs that have made enough money. I know a lot of people love Slutty Vegan. I have not been to Slutty Vegan. If somebody wants to take me to Slutty Vegan, I will go, as long as the food don't bleed. I would try it. I'm not paying for it, but I would try it. So if you want to take me on a date to Slutty Vegan, let me know. Second, I want to give Brown and Proud shout out to Lisa Leslie.
That's dope too.
She is receiving a statue outside the Staples Center.
Yeah, she should. First woman to ever dunk in a basketball in a and a first woman to dunk in a game.
Period.
Like a game.
Yeah. Lisa,
man, she's to get buckets.
Would be the 11th individual to receive a statue in Staples Center Star Plaza, and she is the first female athlete to receive this honor. That is super duper dope. And last but not least on my list of Brown and Proud, shout out to Braun for Nike getting the new Advanced Innovation building named after him at Nike World headquarters.
Oh yeah,
that's super dope. And you got to be bringing in bread to get a building named after you. Epic fail on that Taco Tuesday though, bro. I don't know where you thought you was going with that, but
Brown was high.
He was definitely high, thinking he about to trademark Taco Tuesday.
I mean, hey, you miss every shot you don't take.
That's very true. That's one way to look at it. That's one way to look at it.
Nigga would have been mad if you would have got that bitch like, God damn, I should have patented that shit, try to trademark it.
If bro would have got Taco Tuesday, I would have started trying to trademark everything. I would have been trademarking Woo Chow. I would have started,
Speaking of which, we do need to trademark something, but I don't want to give niggas.
Alright, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it off air. Start trademarking shit like you ain't got no McDonald's money. Like shit that's been around like forever.
Oh, we got shit at the house.
Right. We got food at the house.
We got McDonald's at the house.
I can make you a burger. Oh man. Anybody we missing? I know we've been out for a few days. Anybody we missing that we need to shout out for Brown and Proud?
No, not that I can think of.
I do want to say, therapist, Tam, that's been on the show, Lent Therapy. She is having her Don't Call Me Crazy mental health symposium, in Mebane, North Carolina on not this Sunday, but next Sunday, the 29th. So if you are in that area, support that event. It should be a really good event. B Hill and I were unable to go last year. Try my best to make it this year. But try to support Black mental health for sure. Mm-hmm. For sure.
And shout out to her. Lynn Therapy doing the thing.
Lynn Therapy. You ready to get into
Charlamagne just appeared in my fucking room. What the fuck?
What you say?
I said Charlamagne just popped up. Nigga said mental health.
I like Candyman and shit.
Yeah, damn.
Hey, bro, I want him to go I just want him to go 10 minutes without saying mental health.
I don't fucking a Candyman. Say Charlamagne, say mental health, that nigga gonna appear like, what's up with you?
Hey, but the crazy thing about Charlamagne, what makes his whole mental health thing so funny to me, is that it seemed like since this nigga has started getting therapy, he's turned into a worse person. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, you getting help now and then like you fucking more annoying and more confusing and more contrarian than ever. Like, I don't know, man. He's weird to me now. Like, I don't even really look at him the same way. Like, I don't even look at him with the credibility that I used to. I love the fact that he is promoting mental health with Black people, which Lord knows I try to do. But when you start talking about mental health to regular Black people, they look at you like you crazy. So anyway, you ready to get into some little shit?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into Litter Shit. Litter Shit is our pop culture segment where we talk about all the fuck shit on your timeline. B, what you got? What you on today?
I'm just on some water today. I'm gassy. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with it.
Right.
I'm drinking water today. I ain't had shit to go. Like I've been basketball practice and homework. Shout out to all the motherfucking people who have children that are not in kindergarten and have to do fucking homework. And if you have twins or multiple children, that have homework, that shit is daunting, especially when you have or didn't have it before in this previous school year and all you had to do was just chill. So, yeah, I am in school for the third time around. That shit is some bullshit.
Hey, that shit just gonna get worse and harder. Like, for like the next 7 years.
I don't think first graders should have fucking homework, bro. Like, y'all can read, we can read books and shit, but them niggas don't need fucking homework. God damn. Like,
they definitely need homework because you got to start that now. You got to start that routine now.
We was looking at some studies online, like a lot of these like European places and shit. Them niggas don't be having homework like first graders, and they don't get standardized testing and shit till they like in 6th, 7th grade and shit. Like when they're more mature mentally, but whatever.
How are they doing as adults?
Well, man, yeah, they're doing well, but whatever. I can't do shit about it. I ain't moving, so.
You're not moving. You're not moving to dodge homework and shit. Let's move to Europe so we don't have to do homework and shit.
Right.
Shit, I would move to Europe.
But them niggas don't be brushing their teeth over there, so I'm straight.
Yeah, so they not.
What's up with London niggas? Them niggas don't be having, like, it was funny because it was this new white dude at my job, and he had he smiled, and I was like, damn, the nigga teeth fucked up. And then he spoke shortly thereafter, and he had a London accent. I was like, God damn. Like, y'all niggas, like, London motherfuckers do not give a fuck about dental hygiene. Like, that shit is really weird. Like, I don't understand it.
Hell yeah.
I don't think they make toothpaste over there. Might be some American shit.
How dare you?
For real. Peep it though. People like peep white people from London and the UK and shit like that. And like, so specifically like London and the UK, like them, I don't know about Germany and shit because I don't really know no Germans. But if you look at like UK motherfuckers, like just historically, like look at like the Prince and all them niggas, them niggas teeth be fucked. Amy Winehouse shit was fucked. Granted, she was on heroin and shit. But,
yeah, meth can do that.
A little crystal meth, that'll speed that up.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like Harry Potter and shit. Harry Potter shit fucked up.
Harry Potter shit is fucked up. Oh man, what's that nigga named Daniel Radcliffe? Harry Potter? I don't know.
That nigga named Harry Potter. Nigga walk down the street, niggas I'm like Daniel. They gonna like Harry. Yeah. What's up with you?
Yeah, they definitely look like they fucking brush their teeth with fucking mellow yellow or something. They brush their
teeth, yo. That shit be wild, yo. Like that shit is interesting. I don't know what that is.
Let's start a GoFundMe to donate enamel and toothbrushes to UK residents.
When you ain't got guns and shit, you don't give a fuck about brushing your teeth.
Damn it, man. Damn it. For our few UK listeners, I look at the stats. Sorry.
Oh yeah, y'all niggas, hey, right into the ain't shit. So tell us why y'all dental hygiene is subpar.
Oh man. Well, why B starting a war with London? I'm on white today. I am on a vodka and lemonade today, and it's quite tasty. Cause I don't know if y'all know Hubert's lemonade. I think that's the name of it. It's in like a glass bottle. I think it's like a newer shit, but that shit tastes amazing. They have it in like regular lemonade, strawberry lemonade, blueberry lemonade. So if you're ever in the corner store and you looking for a good ass lemonade, try that shit. And it's only like 110 calories for like the whole bottle for y'all who watch our calories and shit. Anyway, I guess I'll toast my water. I was on water last time. B's on water this time. We'll both get fucked up next time with y'all. And we'll toast to new love and new relationships. So I want to start off litter shit with, since the last time we spoke, there has been some very interesting romantic endeavors going on, right? So for y'all who don't know, YG and Kehlani has come out as a couple. Jeannie Mom,
top 5 longest toes ever.
Jeannie, how you know about everybody feet? I have no idea. You was a fucking creep.
It was like some shit between her. They had like, it was on Shade Room or some shit, and they had like her and Sierra toes like battling. Shit was so
a toe off.
Them motherfuckers' feet, goddamn, can palm a ball. Jack.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Hey, layup feet.
Matter of fact, nope. I know what it was. It was when she was going through that shit with Kyrie and Party Next Door and shit, and somebody was like, "Look at this bitch feet. That's why she depressed," or some shit like that. That shit was crazy. Go ahead.
Damn, and I know that shit grabbed your attention because what is it just called a foot fetish or is it like a term that goes with that? Like,
I think foot fetishes are more so like when you do shit to them and shit, and like have some erotica with it. I don't do shit with them. I just like nice feet, just like I like nice eyes and nice eyebrows and shit like that.
Yeah, you ain't never been like, oh yeah, that bitch got nice eyebrows, but you've definitely commented on everybody's feet to me.
I definitely said bitches got nice eyebrows. Carrie Hilson got very pretty eyebrows.
You've never came to me in these 20 years and say, hey, look at this bitch eyebrows. However, you have come to me
pretty eyes
about
and pretty feet and pretty eyelashes and shit like
that. It's okay that you real sex 20, that you like stick your dick between toes. It's okay.
I don't, but whatever narrative you like to paint.
Foot fetish B. Anyway, Jeannie Mai, you know anything about her feet?
I have not seen her feet.
Jeannie Mai, from The Real and Jeezy have announced that they're in a relationship. Fetty Wap got married to somebody he has not gotten pregnant. This IG model named Rose Dealer, or her name is Rose Dealer on Instagram. Wendy Williams allegedly slept with Biggie Smalls back in the day, and Little Mama shot her shot at Meek Mill and got curved. Which one of these are the most odd to you? All of these had a little bit of oddity to it to me.
Yeah, I mean they're all a little off kilter. Yeah. I guess. I don't know who you said. What? Jeannie Mai.
Jeannie Mai.
Yeah,
Jeannie Mai.
I mean Jeannie Mai. She's fine. She's fine. Like she's cute. She's too small for my. I like thicker, more voluptuous women. But she's a pretty girl.
Yeah, I think she's definitely a cute Asian girl. I think one of the things that makes this so
cute lady.
Weird to me.
Put Asian with it.
No, I think she's a cute Asian girl. Like I've said it the way I meant it. I think she's a cute Asian girl. It's not racist. It's just calling it what it is. Like
she can just be cute. She ain't got to be like you ain't saying Kehlani is like a cute fucking
black girl,
Native American. She's Native American.
No, I'm saying to me, Jeannie Mai, I feel like Asians have a lot of the same features. And I think that Jeannie Mai has slightly different features that I find attractive. Okay. So Jeannie Mai is a cute Asian girl. That's what I'm saying. Jeannie Mai is a cute girl to you, which is both of us are totally fine with that. But I think that is really interesting because her ex-husband is like a super white dude. Like he's a super white dude. I think he was like a Trump supporter, all these other things. And now she with Jeezy. She got into a little bit of trouble, for a clip that was about a year or two old where she said that, white meat keep her lean. She just like dark meat on the side. And now I guess dark meat is now the entree for her.
Yeah.
Fetty was a little weird for me, because Fetty has had a lot of women and most of them he gets pregnant. And then he marries this girl out of nowhere that, I guess he kind of kept that under wraps or whatever. Biggie and Wendy Williams is just plain weird to me. And poor little mama just can't get right. So, Kehlani and YG, Kehlani is kind of like all over the place to me with like, Kehlani definitely has no type. She just had a baby with like a bisexual dude. She's bisexual. She's messed with like Kyrie and Party Next Door, which they have no type of similarities to me. And then YG, like, and granted, YG and Kehlani both have brand new children that are like under one. Like, I think YG's child is maybe like 3-4 months and Kehlani's child is maybe like 9 months or something like that. So like they kind of fresh out of some shit. But I like YG, but YG's a little weird to me. And I think it's only because of the way he dressed.
Yeah, he definitely not a typical blood.
Yeah. He keep rocking these dress shoes. So which one stands out to you? Like
shit, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess I like the YG and Kehlani. I don't know. Shit. YG and Kehlani, I guess, and Jeezy and old girl. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I'm asking out of this list, which one do you think will probably last the longest, or who looks the best together, I guess?
I like Jeezy and Old Girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I like them.
Let's talk about Jeezy new teeth too.
Yeah, that shit annoys the fuck out of me. I hate it.
I'm so over y'all celebrity teeth, bro.
Yeah, that shit. That nigga can't even he look like he can't even breathe good.
Jeezy looked totally different. I was like, what the fuck is going on with Jeezy? Like, I couldn't put my hand on it. Like, what the fuck? Jeezy look weird. Like, what's going on with Jeezy? And I don't know, was it you or somebody else was like, he got them teeth fixed. Now I looked at the teeth. I was like, that's exactly what it is. Why?
Yeah, he been had them teeth for the past about 6-7 months and shit. Nigga just, I don't know. And this, like, I hate his beard line up. Like, nigga still be wearing little pencil straps. Like, you got a full beard.
Oh, yeah, I hate that too. Fat Joe still be doing that every now and then.
Nah, Joe got the full beard. He been rocking the beard for like a last
Joe
year
be
or so.
still be doing that thin ass mustache though.
Nah, he still be doing the beard. You can look at all this.
He got the beard, but he have the thin mustache with the beard, depending on when you catch him. I'm watching Growing Up Hip Hop New York, and he is on there with his kids. And depending on which scene you see him in, Fat Joe has the full beard, but then he has the New York Puerto Rican mustache where that joint be like a Sharpie drawn on sometimes. I hate that shit. Like, I hate that shit. And I hate beards with no mustache.
Oh yeah, nah, that shit is that David Ortiz, that Big Papi, that shit is weird as fuck. That's that Dominican shit.
Yeah, I think that's more of Hispanic culture, like Latinx culture, like.
Yeah, that means some status type shit.
Oh,
might be the plug when you ain't got no mustache.
Oh, word. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now we know
it makes sense, right?
Yeah, now it makes sense.
You see a nigga with a goddamn full Rick Ross with no stash, and they got that work.
Okay, got you.
Or steer clear from. Did you watch? You ain't watch? What's the name?
What?
Snowfall. You ain't started Snowfall?
No, I haven't had time to start that yet. I just finished something else I was watching. I was watching Good Place. I just finished that. So Snowfall is next. Cause you just told me about the other day. That now it's on Hulu. I'm happy about that. Well, I'm happy I get to watch. I'm hoping it's, I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. Haven't had time to do that.
That shit good too. Wu-Tang shit fire.
Haven't had time to do that. So, like with the Wu-Tang shit, like, get me right. It was like 2 Wu-Tang things, right? It was like a Wu-Tang.
It was a documentary. Okay,
yeah.
And this is like a scripted drama.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But it's like based on their lives, which is crazy because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't, but that shit, like, Ghost and Ray were at odds, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? Like, to begin the shit, like, that shit went, the beginning is fucking nuts. And I was like, God damn, I had no idea. Cause them niggas seemed like the best of friends. And Purple Tape came out and did all that shit. That shit was dope. That shit is really dope.
It's on Netflix?
They act pretty well too.
What is it on?
Shout out to Dave East. He do a pretty good job. Who else in that shit? Joey Badass is not in it yet. He's supposed to be in it. I don't know. Shit dope. Who else?
What's
the nigga from Dope?
Yeah. What's his Sharmeek? What's it?
Shaheem. Shamik. I don't know.
Yeah, he rubbed a bunch of people the wrong way on the Breakfast Club last week.
Yeah, he did a good job with that.
Yeah, he had a lot of people pissed off. He seemed a little arrogant.
He did seem a little asshole.
Yeah, people wasn't
did a good job. He plays Raekwon. He's doing a good job though. Like you said, like for a motherfucker who is from New York, from LA and was born way, like after all that era and shit. So he doing a good job though. That shit dope though.
What is it on? What network?
Hulu.
Is it all the episodes out, or it's coming out like every week? Shit.
It's like 7 episodes or some shit available now.
So it's coming out weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like that shit because they talking about Netflix trying to do that now, like with a bunch of joints. Like, nah, like we want to binge the shit.
I'm fine either way. I mean, because like Netflix spoiled us. Because I mean, we've all, you know what I mean, like. Because at the same time, like, when you watch shit on Netflix, like, you barrel through that shit and you like, damn, ain't shit else to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's the anticipation. I like the anticipation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that shit.
Yeah, like I don't like it. I feel like if I could
sitting there and being ready for it.
I feel like if I could watch shit, I'd rather, especially that's the reason I subscribe to Netflix. Because I can watch shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, at one time, like, it ain't never, well, I don't know. I be having a lot going on, but it ain't never where I'm just sitting around like, oh, ain't shit to watch. It's always some shit on. It's always some show you need to get caught up on. So it ain't never like a drought in my world of shit to watch, but I ain't got time to be waiting. Like, I get frustrated with like regular network TV now. Like, I that's how spoiled I am. Like, oh, I gotta wait a whole week to watch this shit. Like,
shit, I like it because then like you get to be like, oh, I wonder what happened, and talk to your people and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Snowfall, for example, like all my people, like the season finale was last Thursday, and everybody like, oh, what you think gonna happen? So like, this the anticipation and shit from week to week. I like that shit. That shit dope because it draws up like conversation versus like when you just see the whole shit like, oh, okay, well it's over now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really get to build the anticipation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like somebody watches the whole thing in its entirety, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna watch it too, and then like it's nothing really to talk about, or you can't really text the person like in the midst of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just like, I don't prefer one over the other. I like them for what they are. But I guess if I had my choice, like, you know, week to week shit is pretty cool because it kind of draws up the anticipation and the conversation around it.
Yeah, I can go without the dry humping and the foreplay. Let's get to it. You know what I mean? Like, let's move through this. I got other shit to do. Let's watch this. Let's get it over with. Like, one of my favorite network shows, was Pose, and I'm like, damn, you gotta wait like a whole nother week, and then there's so much other shit, and like, you'd have forgot about it. Like, I don't know. It's just so much going on. Like, I'd rather just move it out the way, but you know, they got something for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'll definitely watch that. I probably, if I'm gonna watch Wu-Tang or Snowfall, I probably rather watch Wu-Tang because it's less episodes, and then I can let that build while I watch Snowfall. Maybe
Snowfall good as fuck. First season is a little slow, so get through the first season, but that second and third, nigga, some of the best TV ever written. Keeping the band, like, that shit is fucking amazing. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, this last season 3 by far is one of the best seasons of TV, period. Like, straight up and down. That shit is. And it's crazy because I was listening to it because it's loosely based on the real Freeway Ricky Ross and shit. And he was on T.I. podcast, and they were talking about it, like somehow it came up and shit. And he was like, yeah, John Singleton reached out to me or whatever, and was like, you know, he was thinking about doing my story. And then, you know, we kind of went over like the highlights and shit. And then, so I never heard back from him. And then like a year and a half later, I saw a billboard for Snowfall. He was like, I'd be like, God. He was like, well, I done got fucked so much in this game on my name and my story alone. Like, I was like, shit, that shit crazy. But yeah, so it's loosely based off, I mean, at this point, you should already know what Snowfall is, but it's loosely based off Freeway Ricky Ross's story and the whole the Contra fucking shit, and Ronald Reagan and all that CIA shit, and how they, you know, basically destroyed the black neighborhood, in Compton specifically, in, you know, Southern California or LA. Shit dope as fuck, man. Yeah. It's so well written, like super duper well written. They did like a little ode to John Singleton in the last episode.
That's what's up. Rest in peace, John Singleton, man. Rest in peace, John Singleton. Man. You know, people, y'all got to start getting in the right places to get paid for your story. You know what I'm saying? I just read something about the chick from Hustlers is suing because that was her story, and they basically made a movie and she didn't get a dime from that shit. So y'all got to get y'all shit in place. You know what I'm saying? Because that Hustler shit was based on some true shit at Scarlett's or wherever in New York.
Starlets.
Yeah. Starlets?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even get naked. It's like topless bars and shit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, but back to these weird ass relationships. Our relationships being on trend, I guess, is litter shit.
I guess it's shit.
Well, I say, look, it's lit. Do your thing. Except for Lil Mama. Like, Lil Mama just keep embarrassing herself. Just stop, Lil Mama. Like, find your lane, Lil Mama, and get incognito. Cause Lil Mama keep jumping on stage and getting her little self embarrassed. She tried to holler at Meek on social media. And Meek was like, oh, you shooting. Like, I was like, damn, he can't have to curve it like that, bro.
Yeah, he should just let that shit ride.
Yeah, Lil Mama just can't find her thing because she not really built like a woman. Like she built like a 14-year-old. Then she got like a strong little face and she want to be like this fashion girl, but she look like she do fashion for like Rainbow or Forever 21 or some shit like, I don't know, man. Lil Mama, find your lane. I'm rooting for you, Lil Mama.
Meek a funny looking nigga too. Like,
yeah,
that's how you know bitches ain't shit, man. Cause niggas with money, like, y'all motherfuckers really just don't be giving a fuck. Cause some niggas is funny looking niggas. Who the fuck was it that was, I don't forget who the fuck it was. It was on internet. Like, niggas really just be on some, like, bitches don't give, it was
P
niggas was killing QC.
Yeah,
niggas
P.
killing
I knew
P
exactly who you was talking about.
Yeah, they was, but I don't even be reading comments, but like, for some reason I just decided to read the comments. They was frying that nigga.
Bro, my first comment was money is one hell of a drug. Money is a hell of a drug, bro. Like, so look, here's my thing. Like, I had a whole conversation about this shit, right? So it's just like the conversation came up about Q, and it was just like, so niggas just really don't care that this same bitch wouldn't have given him the time of day if he didn't have money. And I was like, look, I just feel like it's this, reciprocal relationship. I'm a pretty girl. You get to have me on your arm. I get to use your money. You get to stick your dick in a pretty girl. Like,
if I had money, I don't want no ugly bitch.
Would you fuck with a bitch that you know wouldn't have fucked with you? Or let me take it like this, cause would you fuck with a bitch that you tried to fuck with before you got money, but now she want to fuck with you now that you got money?
No, I'm a stun on that bitch. I'll probably fuck her though. Like if I was, you know what I'm saying, like a single man and shit, and I fuck her and then just leave her the fucking alone. You know what I'm saying? I definitely do that.
But you wouldn't be rocking her or sporting her.
No. Nah, hell no, bitch, you try to handle me. Like, nah. I'm gonna fuck you and I'm gonna damn stun on your ass every time I see you.
What if it was a chick that you never actually tried to like shoot your shot at or anything like that, but y'all knew of each other, and then she tried to fuck with you after you got money? Would it be the same thing?
Yeah, probably so. I mean, and then, I ain't gonna say I wouldn't be so like gung ho to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like if we knew each other, I never tried to holler and she never really like, and you know what I'm saying? But if it happened, then, whatever, like, I line it up. And if she's still a bird, then yeah, I'm just keep it moving. But if she cool, then whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really have no, like it's no malice there because she ain't trying to handle me. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't purposely done. Like plenty of girls out there that you can just be cool with and be attracted to, but at the same time, keep it, you know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing until like then you presented with that position. So, yeah, money and power is a drug. It's an aphrodisiac. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah.
And I'm saying for people, you know what I'm saying? Like, but come on, man. P a ugly dude. He got money. He is not attractive in any way. And that motherfucking bell pepper nose look like that shit weigh 5 pounds by itself. All them little babies got that nose
all the
too.
White man's air.
Huh?
He's breathing all the white man's air.
Oh man. Moving along while we just shitted on P for 5 minutes.
And they got that paper though. He got that set.
He definitely got that money.
And doing good things by his black people. So
facts,
whatever it is, what it is.
Facts.
He making millionaires. So
facts, but that be my thing though. Like now, I feel like you should be able to like whoever you like, but it's just this stereotypical thing that once you get on, now you with a Colombian bitch. Now you with a exotic bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you got babies by Lyra. He just had a baby. That bitch ain't no exotic bitch. She light skinned. Bitch from Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
she thick.
She still would be considered in that. She ain't just no regular black girl though. Like, I don't see like these regular niggas. You think she regular?
Yeah, I mean, she's not. I mean, she cute.
She manufactured like a mug. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she got the exotic hair.
She's a regular bitch that got work done. You know what I'm saying? She's not exotic. She's from Texas. she's not exotic at all. That bitch is. I mean,
she a bird like Buck, girl. Like the rest of these birds, but
she a light skinned girl from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? She ain't exotic at all.
I don't know.
Exotic means to me like from another country and speaks another language. I feel
like exotic is more so a look these days. You don't look like Well, I guess that kind of cancels each other out because everybody kind of look the same now. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
everybody got the same
got fat
work
asses and
done,
big titties and shit,
and face
and all
done,
the
and
teeth, and the noses, and the eyelashes, and all that other shit.
Yeah. But that bitch,
all the hoes look the same.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But hey, shout out to you. You like it, I love it. Like I said, it's a reciprocal relationship. I get to use you for your money. You get to nut in your wildest dreams. So. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, I mean, it's plenty of basketball players that's ugly as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, all type of shit. That shit just how the game go. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. A lot of these niggas fucking like with bitches that would never fuck with them under other circumstances.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure. So today was where your favorite snitch got down to testify, y'all man, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh yeah, I was reading that shit on Twitter. That shit was wild.
Yeah, so as y'all should know by now, Shadi, Tekashi 6ix9ine, former manager of Treyway, received 15 years on the racketeering charge, almost 1 year to date. Actually, when they were arrested on this, Tekashi took the stand today and sang like a fucking bird. And it's just the first day of testimony. Tekashi was staring down a minimum of 47 years in prison, but he offered his full cooperation and cut a deal. On his first day of testimony, he described everything from the organizational structure of the 9 Trey Bloods, the criminal activities. He identified the key leaders in the 9 Trey Bloods. He identified the initiation process. He identified all the criminal activities that they were a part of. He said that he did not get initiated in the traditional way by doing crime. His job was just to keep making hits to supply them with money so that they can get guns and drugs. And he said in return that they gave him street credibility. The feds is fearing for Tekashi's safety, so he's allegedly being held behind bars in a facility that is basically for informants only. And the U.S. Marshals take Tekashi through like a secure tunnel to the courthouse, and he's like heavily guarded. He's supposed to continue testimony. Will Tekashi make it out of this alive, B?
Oh yeah, I think so. He'll be in a witness protection somewhere. They gonna goddamn put the fortress around that nigga. They need him to sing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll definitely be somewhere in fucking Idaho or some shit.
Albuquerque.
You know what I'm saying?
Daniel Hernandez will no longer be. He'll have all those tattoos removed and everything.
For sure. I'm surprised he still got that yellow hair and shit though.
Yeah, I was surprised at that
I seen
too.
the sketch from that shit. I'm like, damn, who the fuck died in this nigga hair?
I know I never believed for a minute that Tekashi was a gangster at all. Like, he never exhibited any gangster like ways about him. Like, why did like the streets take this fakeness so long? And like even rappers who claim to be street niggas like was really like fucking with this nigga and embracing this nigga when they knew all along he was fake gangster.
Oh, who was? I'm not sure who was.
50 Cent was fucking with him. All the rappers was fucking with him. That claim, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, the young boy just out here getting it. You can't be mad because of da-da-da-da-da-da. And now that he's outed, you know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to like distance themselves, you know what I'm saying? From the nigga. And I just feel like, you know, especially, well, first of all, let's be clear. Half of these motherfuckers y'all think gangster ain't. Let me take that back. 90%.
Well, this is an entertainment business.
Right.
This shit is an entertainment business, my nigga. Like, be entertained.
So Tekashi 6ix9ine getting snitching is litter shit.
Can't fuck with it. Some shit.
Yeah, that's definitely some shit. I cannot fuck with it at all. Good luck to you, Tekashi. Cause I know you just a dumbass young kid and I wish you the best, but I don't see the future being very bright for you, Daniel. Good luck though. Moving on. So Rihanna had her 5th annual Diamond Ball this weekend, and everyone couldn't help but to notice the slight bulge she had going on in her black dress, not a penis bulge, but a pregnancy bulge, possible pregnancy bulge. The diamond ball benefits, Clara Lionel, the Clara Lionel Foundation, which is set up in honor of her grandparents, and it helps to support, emergency response programs across the world. While Rihanna was being interviewed, on the red carpet for the ball, she said something that was shocking to some people. She said that I am a black woman. I came from a black woman, and I will give birth to a black woman. Now, this statement, along with the pregnancy bulge, the baby bump, as you guys like to call it, or possible baby bump, started to go together, and the internet started to go wild and speculate that Rihanna was pregnant. I am one of those people who thought the same thing. Rihanna doesn't seem interested in ending the speculations at all, because she posted a bunch of pictures over the past 2 days modeling her Fenty wear, Fenty wear, and in every picture she's covering her belly. You saw the pictures. You think she pregnant?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? What you think that bump was? You done seen a woman pregnant twice. So you think
more than twice, but
well, you've seen your children.
Yeah. I ain't really seen no bump. Like, she posted a picture the other day, and let's see.
Did you see when she was performing? When she got up on stage? Because that's when I saw it.
I ain't see it.
Yeah, I definitely saw it.
What's Rihanna shit?
I don't think that video we talking about is on her page, but it's Bad Girl Riri, I think.
Oh, Bad Girl Riri, yeah.
I 100% believe that she's pregnant. I was a little bit sad because I wanted her to have a little black baby, but if you can't have a little black baby, a little billionaire baby will work. I 100% believe she's pregnant. I feel 90% certain that she's pregnant. I know Rihanna has had a lot of speculation in the past about her being pregnant. You see any pics? Well, in the pics that she posted, you're probably not going to think that she's pregnant, but she is covering her stomach and all of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, but you might be right. Who knows?
If she is pregnant. So I feel like Rihanna is just swag personified. She's this whole savage. She's a vibe. Rihanna is a whole vibe. Can Rihanna maintain like that savage vibe as a mom?
Yeah.
You think so? You think she could still put out the same music, act the same way, and it be believable?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. She just got that aura about her. Like she like Medusa or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Medusa. Like she turned you into stone?
Yeah, like just got like that overall sex appeal that like just like an enchantress type shit. You know what I mean? Like she'll always have that. She just got that naturally.
I was trying to think of someone who had a vibe similar. Not many have a vibe like Rihanna, but who had children and still were able to kind of maintain that vibe without going into like mom. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of fucking MILFs out here, but I'm talking about the whole vibe that Rihanna gives, like that. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'll fuck you, leave you right here, and I'll take your bitch, and I'm just gonna go spend my money and smoke a blunt and not even call you. Like, like she gives like that rebel fucking vibe. I don't know, man. I feel a little sad. I hate when, for my own, selfishness, I hate when women that I like to look at visually get pregnant. It ruins the fantasy. I don't know. I wonder, will she retire it? You think I know that you said that she can maintain the vibe. Do you think she will, or she will kind of retire that whole savage vibe?
It's a good question. Shit, I guess. I mean, it depends on her situation, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? In terms of her relationship status, I guess. So if she, with the dad and shit, then maybe she might retire it. But if not, there might be more ammo. You know what I mean? Yeah.
She has the blogs and stuff has always confirmed her relationship with the billionaire dude, but she never, ever like confirmed that shit. Shit, who knows? They might be married and we don't even know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Well, Rihanna, I wish you the best if you are pregnant. I'm interested to see how that goes, because like I said, I really like Rihanna as a whole vibe. She is a whole fucking mood. She is everything. So Rihanna being pregnant is lit as shit.
It's lit.
Lit. I'm gonna say lit only because I wish her the best. But yeah, I don't want to see pregnant Rihanna on the beach. I don't find that vibe. And Tory Bricks, who I mentioned before, when she got pregnant, stopped following her on Instagram. But homeboy, Rich the Kid, her boyfriend, that baby that they have looks just like Rich the Kid, like looks just like him. But the reason I bring him up is because he said she was doper than Rihanna, and the internet fried him like fuck. Like, don't even try it. Hey, they be coming at a nigga.
Yeah, that's not true.
Not at all. Issa Rae has been given the green light to create a reimagined version of Set It Off and bring it to the big screen. What you think about that? Reimagine. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I guess I gotta find out what that means. But I mean, I fuck with Issa, so I'm sure she'll do it justice. She's.
What if it's like Black Lady Sketch Show?
Well, that's more. She's
an executive producer on that.
Yeah, she ain't the writer though. Fucking Robin Thede. So
yeah, Mac Tonight.
I credit that to fucking Robin Thede, or whatever the fuck her name is. But I think, Issa dope. So I think, she's. I think the historical aspect of it. I don't think she want to ruin it. I don't think she'll do it if she wouldn't do it justice. So.
Yeah. I'm always rooting for Issa. Issa is one of my favorite people. What I take from Reimagined is it might be like loosely based on the first one. I don't think it'll be like a continuation of the story, like Set It Off 2. And you just have the next chapter. What I got from the information that I read was basically like she's gonna redo the first one, like It and all these other movies that people just redo the original. But I'm always rooting for Issa. So I think that is lit. I think that, I love Black Girl Magic and I love Issa. So I'm going to give that a lit. What you giving that, a lit or shit?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely fucking with that. I'm supportive of Issa all the way.
Gotcha. Shout out to Issa, man. Last but not least, speaking of Black Girl Magic, Candy has agreed to do one last Escape album because her mom put her under the gun. Whitney Houston is going on a Hologram tour that will kick off early 2020 with this first round of international dates. And Biggie's exes, Lil' Kim and Faith, are going on tour together coming up. Which one of these would you pay for? Which one of these are you anticipating?
That big.
The Biggie X's tour?
Yeah,
the Biggie duets.
Hey, that was a dope album. Not for nothing.
So Lil' Kim and Faith?
Yeah, I'm fucking with that. That's my era. Any bad boy shit I'm with.
Is that what you would pay for out of the three things? That's what you would pay for?
On Groupon.
How much? What's your max? What's your max out?
$20.
$20? I'd go see him for $20. I'd give him a max out of 30. I'll give him a max out of $30. Lil' Kim got good songs, of course, but Lil' Kim looks fucking weird. She moves fucking weird, and she looked like she's going to explode at any fucking time. And as long as Faith ain't
be there just to see if she explode.
For $30, I definitely would. I think out of these three things, I probably am looking more forward to the Escape last album. I loved all the Escape albums. I feel like Escape never made a trash album. I was a huge Escape fan back in the day. Whitney Hologram tour is just kind of like creepy. I don't think I would. And I feel like it might cost a little bit. Like, I don't think I would go see a Hologram tour. Would you go see a Hologram tour?
Nah.
Like, unless it was weird. Like in Vegas or something, and it was like, I don't know, man.
Nah,
I don't know. Yeah.
I could just listen to the music if I wanted to watch the videos, if that's the case.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very fucking true. Yeah, so my anticipated out of the three with this Black Girl Magic is Escape's album. I think it's very interesting when two women who literally hated each other and fucked the same man decide to go on tour together. So that will be very, very interesting. So I guess I'm giving Escape a lit. I'm giving Lil' Kim and Faith a lit just cause I just want to see what happens. And I'm giving the Whitney Houston hologram tour shit. What you got?
Same.
Yeah. Same. And that's that. You ready to get into, give out some advice, Dr. Bill?
Let's do it.
All right. We about to get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment, where we give advice to listeners who clearly don't care about taking advice, from people who drink H2O and vodka. Today's letter is from Angel. First initial last name is W, so Angel W. And she said the title of the letter is God is Good. For sure. So Angels is saying, I met a fine ass dude the other day. He is Black, Puerto Rican, and German. Wild combo, but he is like fine. We went out and everything was going well. We were having a good time until he told me he does not believe in God. I grew up in the church, but do not consider myself religious. I'm a spiritual person, and I do believe in God. I figure he may be agnostic, which I could sort of deal with, but through further conversation, he revealed he is a straight up atheist, and he finds it funny that people really believe in magical beings in the sky. I'm trying to be open-minded, but I don't want to get too far into this. Should I cross that bridge of feelings when I get to it, or should I fuck his fine ass brains out and dip? What should I do? I don't know if this is going to work. And that's
Which
from
one?
Angel
What's agnostic?
W.
I can't remember what that is. Let me see. I guess I can look it up.
Agnostic is basically like you don't believe in, but you have like no disbelief in God. Like you just kind of neutral about the whole thing.
They believe in nothing.
Yeah, they don't believe kind of in nothing. Atheist is like anti-God.
They don't. They
like,
believe in. Yeah, they believe that there is not a God. That's
like there's not a. Yeah, exactly. There's not a God at all.
I mean, that's the thing about it, right? Like everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe, or not believe, I guess, for that matter.
Right.
But I guess it boils down for me if you just like the person or not. You know what I'm saying? Outside of obviously the physical, but I mean, if you want to fuck them, I'm a proponent for fucking. I feel like if you want to do what you want to do, you should have sex with whoever you want to have sex with, and doesn't necessarily have to have a timestamp or approved or disapproved. But in terms of if you're trying to build a relationship with the man, fundamentally, if y'all have different beliefs, then that may not necessarily work. However, just kind of like I don't know if we talked about it before, if I was talking about it with somebody else, but like, you can't force your beliefs on somebody. So all you can do is tell them what you believe in, and then, kind of go from there. But if you enjoy him as a person, if you enjoy him, his company outside of his religious or disbeliefs, I guess, I think you should, roll with it. Yeah. But if that's a deal breaker for you, if like he comes to the point where he's like disrespecting you and disrespecting, your beliefs in terms of that, then clearly he's just not a good person in terms of that. So I don't think that has anything to do with religion necessarily, but I just don't disrespect what I believe in. At the same time, don't like force your beliefs upon me. Like you can give me your opinions and what you do, just like anything else, just like religion for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you might be Muslim or you might be Christian or whatever, and I'm not, doesn't necessarily mean that like you castigate me or hold me, to the fire or to the cross because of that. No pun intended, but yeah, I mean, shit. But at the same time, like if y'all just genuinely kick it and y'all have a lot of, things that y'all, can meet on in terms of, watching sports or whatever, just any commonalities that you can meet on outside of that, then I think you can try to build on that. But
Yeah.
if it's a deal breaker, then you know it is what it is. But if you want to fuck them, just go ahead and fuck them. You know what I'm saying? And then kind of go from there. Shit, you might make the nigga call on the Lord. You know what I mean? If you throw it right. So,
y'all just be fucking. He like, why you so quiet? You like, usually I say, oh God, right now, but I ain't want to offend you. So my opinion on this is basically, you know, what, like, kind of like what B said, like, what are your personal deal breakers and what makes up the moral fabric of you, right? If that's something, so like, it's interesting to me, not when a person is atheist or agnostic, but it's very interesting to me when they think of spirituality or something bigger than us as people. You know what I mean? Like he said, magical beings in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like for a person like me, in the way I believe in God, you know what I'm saying? Like, God is all around us. God is an energy. God is, you know what I'm saying?
Omnipresent.
A bigger purpose. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not like this person. It's not like the white man that you see the representation of. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that's bigger than us, that guides us. You know what I'm saying? I think that, like, for me personally, I could probably deal with agnostic. I don't know if I could personally deal with atheists. And I think the other part about this is, you know, are you a woman who can separate your feelings from your fucking, right? Because here's the thing. If you know you are a woman who's easily caught up in dick and then you're going to catch feelings, eventually I feel like these worlds are going to clash. One, because you're going to have to take him to your family one day. If y'all actually get serious, you're going to have to take them to your family one day. Black people ain't down for that. Now, it's about the things that you care about. Do you care that your family likes the person that you're with? You know what I'm saying? And then the other side of that is, if y'all do decide to get into something more serious and this progress, you know, what if you guys have children? You know what I mean? Like, it's things like that you have to think of, but you have to know yourself in order to make those determinations, because we can't make those determinations for you, because we don't know enough about how your feelings get involved with Black Puerto Rican German man that is fine. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you said that he finds it funny that people really believe in magical beings in the sky, it almost sounds a little like asshole-ish.
Yeah, for sure.
To me. So you're already on a pace where you already clowning. You know what I'm saying? That you might find it disrespectful. I always say, and this could be this or anything else, male, female, whoever, look at your red flags and don't hope that you can change somebody. You have to really believe that you're good with him being an atheist and move forward. If it's something that gives you heartburn, I say dip off, sis, before you get too far in and now you sitting around wondering what the fuck you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I've seen women who have fucked with different men of different religions. Most of the time it's like Muslim. Most of the time. And then they want you to convert, or they want, you know, you to do these things or give up things that you've had all your life. And now y'all are at a crossroads because you don't want to give up that life. If your spirituality is big to you, I say you should deal with somebody who's more so on your level, spiritually. That's personally what I feel like. But, you know, sis, let us know. Let us know what you decide to do. Cause this is a different one. This is definitely a different one. Any, additional advice for Angel B?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. Angel, let us know. Angel, let us know what you
Angel, by the way.
Ah, that is true. Damn, that is true. I ain't even peeped that. Yeah. So Angel, let us know what you do when you dancing with the devil.
In the pale moonlight.
If y'all want some of this A1 advice, hit us up at theaintshitshow@gmail.com. That's an X where the I would be, and your letter may get read on the show. You ready to get into some free smoke?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So free smoke is where we talk about hot button personal issues. It can be anything we want, from politics to Betty. It's open field play for us. And today's topic comes about with the conversation that I had with a family member of mine. So a few weeks back, probably about 6 weeks back at this point in time, at the cookout that we had, the big party for the 2-year anniversary of the Ain't Shit Show, my cousin Drew was there, and Drew and I were having a conversation in regards to the show, and he's a fan of the show. Shout out to Drew. But one of the things that he brought up in our conversation, he says, I feel like y'all don't like white people. Now, the reason that this is very interesting, for me is because my cousin, he has mixed children. He has had 2, white wives. His current wife is Caucasian as well. And so I was having a conversation with him, and I said, that's not true. Me and B Hill, we like white people. We like people in general. I said, right. Now, when you hear us talking about white people, who do you hear us talking about? I said, you hear us talking about racists. You hear us talking about bigamists. You hear us talking about homophobes, xenophobes, sexists. And 99.9% of the time, it's some white man that fits into that category. Now, it's not our fault that this is how it is. You know what I'm saying? But when we discuss, white people, and I'm doing air quotes, that we don't like, it's because of those reasons. We like white people the same way we like anybody. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, if you don't like white people, like, do you like my kids? Cause my kids are half white. And my thoughts on that was, your kids are half black. Your kids are black.
Yeah, your kids are black.
Yeah, in the eyes of the world, your kids are black. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, I really, really fuck with his wife. Like, I really, really fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she dope as fuck. It's a lot of white people that we fuck with. So I wanted us to take this time, because I guess in 88 shows, we haven't talked about, which we talk about people as they relate to the different subjects, but I guess we haven't showed enough love to like white people that we actually like. So, white people, today is your day. Thank my cousin Drew. I said, B Hill, let's give a list.
Drew got a white name too.
Well, his name is Andrew.
Yeah.
But
a lot of black Andrews.
Really? I know a lot of fucking Andrews.
Really?
You don't know a lot of Andrews?
Yeah, they're white.
Oh, really? All right. Yeah. Cool. But my cousin Drew, he's not like, he's dark skinned, but he's not like the blackest black guy. But I love him. Shout out to him. I know he probably listening to this show.
Shout out to cousin Drew.
Shout out to cousin Drew. So B, let's talk about white people that we like. Right? Who's one of the white people on your list that made your top 10 white people that we like?
Sarah J. She's a white porn star.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sarah J. What are Sarah J's skills?
Oh, she sucks a mean one, and she got a fat butt for a white lady, and she got like fake tits. She's not a looker at all, but she's just nasty. So I like Sarah J. Shout out to Sarah J.
Respect.
Yeah, she's
respect
nasty.
On that.
She get busy with niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been like, it was a huge stigma, you know, like white women didn't have sex with black dudes, shit like that in the porn industry. But no, she get that. She does not discriminate. She fuck black girls, black dudes, all type of niggas.
So she got an equal opportunity mouth and holes.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah.
What's she on? TastyMayo.com?
I don't think so.
What's the porn site?
Put me on that one. She's all
I thought that was the
matter.
opposite of Tasty Black.
Oh yeah, okay. I see what you did there.
I see what you did there. So one of the white people that I like that's on the total opposite side of the gamut from where B went, I like Will Ferrell.
Oh, shout out to Will.
He's like one of my favorite white people. Like he has probably 2 of my top 5 comedies, period. Like,
yeah, that's a fact.
I fuck with Will Ferrell. Like, Will Ferrell funny as a bitch. Who else you got?
I got Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, that's a good one.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is probably, I think he's one of the best white actors, if not the best white actor there is. Just dope. He's got a nice little arsenal of movies in there that I fuck with. Forrest Gump is by far one of the greatest movies of all time. And obviously he was in that. So that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I'll say that. I watch that shit pretty much every time it come on, at least some bit of it. So I fuck with Tom. That's my nigga. And he a champion of, black people and shit like that. So,
yeah, I feel like, I was thinking about Tom Hanks. I was like, yeah, I don't think Tom Hanks is problematic at all. Like, I try to run through the history. Like, have they said any Liam Neeson type shit? Like, right. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Tom Hanks. I give props to Tom Hanks. I'm giving 1 spot to 4 people. All 4 of the Golden Girls.
That's a good one.
Favorite white people ever in the history.
It's a great show. I didn't even think about them, but that's a great show.
Yeah. Shout out to Blanche and Rose and Sophia and Dorothy and Sam. Stan. I said Sam. Stan.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Golden Girls, man. We ain't gonna need talk y'all ear off about Golden Girls. That's one of the few things that me and B, really bond on is Golden Girls. Who you got next,
shit.
B?
Got Larry Bird, Larry the Legend.
I can fuck with that.
The greatest white basketball player of all time. And he credits a lot of his success to his mom, who used to work at a restaurant, and she was like a waitress and shit. So he used to have to go to work with her. And like a lot of us used to, and he used to play basketball with the cooks and like the other servants, and who happened to be all black. So that's where he coined his game and learned his game from. And he also used to say that he used to get feel disrespected when white people used to try to play defense on him in the league. So
shit,
yeah, Larry's a beast and easily one of the better players in the NBA, but I think possibly the greatest white basketball player of all time.
You know who I used to like back in the day, and just from a video game standpoint, like when you used to play like NBA Jam and shit back in the day, John Stockton was my nigga.
John Stockton is the greatest statistically the greatest point guard of all time. He leads the league in assists and steals, and that shit will not be passed. I think Magic Johnson, just from the eyeball test, is the greatest point guard, but statistically, John Stockton is the greatest point guard. He leads the league in assists and overall assists and total fucking steals. So, and it's like not even close to anybody else. So, yeah.
Shout out to John Stockton. Shout out to John Stockton, man. My next white person I love is Ellen DeGeneres.
I can fuck with that.
I love Ellen. She's unproblematic. You know what I'm saying? She's funny. She's aging very well to be like almost fucking 70 out this bitch. Yeah. Like shout out to Ellen. She's unproblematic. She lives in her truth. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Ellen heavy. Yeah, I like Ellen.
I fuck with Ellen too.
I fuck with Ellen. What else? Who you got?
Got Drew Brees, man. Drew Brees is one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch work, and it sucks because he's in my division. Like, cause I'm a Panther fan, so he's in the NFC South, so we got to play him twice a year, and it's always a fucking tough task. But that some bitch is magical. He like 6 feet and just gets it done. He got hurt this past weekend. Sucks. Cause I got him in fantasy. Well, actually, I don't have him in fantasy. I got Michael Thomas, which is his number 1 receiver, and that affects my fantasy because he won't be able to get the ball as well because they got Teddy Bridgewater trash ass. But yeah, Drew just magical. I think he leads the league in a bunch of statistical categories, but I fuck with him. He 39 years old, still getting it done. So shout out to Drew.
Shout out to Drew Brees. Next on my list is Charlize Theron, because she can act like a bitch. She can transform when she act, and she is fucking beautiful. does she count because she a white African?
I don't even know who she is. Yeah.
Charlize Theron?
Charlize. How you spell her name?
Charlize. Charlize. Charlize, you know who Charlize Theron is.
Let's see.
Blonde, white lady from
now?
Africa. She's been in Monster. She's been in a bunch of fucking movies. Like, she did that movie about, my favorite Charlize Theron movie.
Oh, she was in Hancock. Okay.
Yeah. My favorite movie is Monster, where she played.
And Snow White. Okay, I know exactly.
Where she played Eileen Wuornos, the female serial killer, and she totally transformed and looked nothing like herself. I don't know that she have an Oscar, but if she don't have an Oscar, she deserves a fucking Oscar.
Yeah, Devil's Advocate. Okay.
Yeah. Charlize on my list. Shout out to Charlize Theron. Yeah, she's a beautiful white woman.
Because she got full lips. That's why. That's the only reason. That shit crazy. Whenever pretty white women have full lips, most of them.
You the reason why they getting fucking Fix-A-Flat put in their lips now. Giving them compliments on full lips. That's why you got these Kardashian looking like this. They look
better than, because white people don't have lips. So when they have lips like Angelina Jolie and, the myriad of others, then that's why they like so highly regarded in the white culture, because they actually have lips. So.
Does Sarah J have lips when she's sucking these black penis and all?
Lips.
Oh, she got them thin mints?
No, she's not a looker. She got a mouth, but she's not a looker.
That's one of the reasons why I can't watch porn, because motherfuckers be ugly. I don't like watching ugly people have sex. Like, grosses me out. All right. Who's next on your list?
I got Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. I can fuck with that.
Yeah. Jim is that nigga.
I can fuck with Jim Carrey.
He's from Canada, so he gets, realness and shit, and he's on the side of right, you know what I mean? So shout out to Jim. Greatest. I mean, fuck, the motherfucker did Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty was just okay.
You crazy as fuck. That shit was funny as fuck. I love it. That's that and Liar Liar are my favorite Jim Carrey movies. Them shits is fucking hilarious. Ace Ventura was funny as fuck too. The first one was fucking ridiculous.
I'm with Liar Liar. Okay. I mean, I still fuck with Jim Carrey. I don't know if I'm just with the movies you giving, but I need to look at Jim Carrey's whole
So
catalog.
You don't like Ace Ventura?
Ace Ventura is cool.
Einhorn was a man.
However, if Ace Ventura was on TV, I wouldn't sit down and be like, Ace Ventura's on.
I'm in that shit. When he went to when he went to the insane asylum and was playing, like he was an old football player at Tutu, it was playing football on he was playing football on on the fucking bushes and shit, had to jump over the shit. God damn it, I love that shit, man. That's my boy.
Okay. Well, I like Jim Carrey though, as a whole. Like, I like Jim Carrey. Next person on my list, I want to actually say my cousin Melody. That is Drew's wife. She is, one of the closest, white people that's in my family that I'm cool with. And she just cool. Like, I really fuck with her. She hung out with me on my birthday. Like, she come through all the time. They travel for everything. Like, I just really fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? And even when we were having this conversation, she was right there. And I think she was kind of looking at him like, I don't think she don't like, white people. Like, how'd you get that? You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with her. Like, shout out to Melanie, man. So, I tried to actually put people on this list that I actually know as well on this list. Who you got next?
My white boy Dan, speaking of which, white boy Dan that worked with me is basically like my damn best friend. Like, we've worked together we sat beside each other and worked together for the past 4 years. So our kids go to school together and shit. It's weird. But, that's my white boy, man. White boy Dan. And I ain't he's my token white dude that I talk shit to, about his entire race of people that have done so much fucked up shit to us, but he's one of the best. He's just a good person, you know what I mean? He my guy. That's my white boy. And,
got you.
like I said, I always talk shit to him about like being white and shit. And he's just like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not, he's like, I'm not them. He be getting mad and shit, but I'm like, hey, fuck it.
You gotta fuck with him anyway, though.
Take this shit.
Exactly.
He's like, the motherfucker be running down his history and shit. Like, we are from fucking Pennsylvania. Like, we came, like, it's no way. I was like, man, you don't know what you had. Y'all probably had slaves, man. He's like, no, goddamn.
Oh, hell yeah. He do his ancestry.com and he'll find out because, y'all wasn't just here unless you were a Native American. Y'all were not just here.
That's what he said. He came from, we were Pennsylvania and we came from Europe and all this other shit. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, they all came from Europe.
Yeah. I be fucking with him. That's my dog. So shout out to Dan.
Shout out to white boy Dan. Hey, it used to be this white boy at our old spot at Extra Source or whatever. I cannot think of his name for shit, but we used to call him Johnny Bravo because he kind of looked like Johnny Bravo and shit. He was like a real clean cut kind of like white boy. I need to figure out his name because ever since I've been making this list, I was like, I wonder what the fuck he up to. You don't remember him? It wasn't that many white boys at Extra Source, and he used to be on the tech line. But anyway, next on my list is Bernie Sanders.
I thought with Bernie.
I like Bernie. You know what I'm saying? And as we're talking about these elections and things like that, Bernie be saying some good shit. Anybody who's trying to wipe out my student loan debt, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm fucking with Bernie. I'm voting for Bernie.
You know, my thing is with this election, like, I just want to vote. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm at the point where anything is better than Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Joe Biden ain't better than Trump. I don't think them shits. I think they're equal. He dumb as fuck. He don't know what the fuck going on.
Listen,
I don't fuck with
I will take the lesser of two evils. If I feel like I'm not going to fuck up like we did last election and vote for who I'm really believing in. Like at this point in time, now if we can get, I'll vote for Bernie in the primaries. But at the end, I'm trying to get somebody else in there. Like I'm really trying to get somebody else in there.
But
oh hell no! Oh hell no! You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I don't fuck with Joe Biden at all.
Yeah.
He ain't fuck either.
Hey, that's crazy because motherfuckers really turning on Joe. Niggas was fucking with Joe though.
Yeah,
when he was with
niggas had to do their Googles.
That's true.
Internet age fucking niggas up, boy.
Yeah, very, very true. Yeah. You see when it looked like his fucking teeth almost came out?
Yeah,
during the fucking debates? That shit was funny as shit.
That nigga old as fuck, bro. Like, this nigga, yeah, man.
Hey, that's why I don't like the way they be talking about Bernie and shit. Because all them niggas is like within like a couple years of each other. Bernie just look way older than them niggas. Yeah. Bernie look like he about to die at any moment.
Yeah, Bernie
and all them niggas like
he got more spunk than them niggas.
Yeah, he do.
So I take his spunk over anything else.
Hey, I want Bernie to win. Like I want Bernie to win.
Should have won last time. That's the reason niggas lost. Because if Bernie would have won the DNC, then I think he would have been in office last time.
Listen, here's the thing. I think Trump was gonna win that shit regardless. If you got motherfuckers rigging the election and shit, that's the only thing that really got me scared right now. Like,
he gonna win again.
Is anything gonna happen?
Nah, he gonna win again.
Bruh,
that nigga I feel like he had put. I think I listened to Brilliant Idiots, and I think they were talking about how he like tweeted like Trump 2024, like he about to change the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he about to change. He
trying to make it a whole dictatorship because you can only do 2 terms. He trying to make himself a whole dictator out this bitch, and I just find it very interesting that I feel like almost every president has had to duck at least once, and Trump ain't had to duck. Ain't no grassy knoll. Ain't no, you know what I mean? Secret Service had to jump on him. Y'all get what I'm cooking here. Like, Trump the only one that ain't had no, you know what I mean? Had to have the vest on. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. But yeah, we feeling the burnout here. I just don't want to envision the world already been fucked up in 3 years. Like, I feel like the world has had so much damage in the past 3 years than all of my 30 plus years prior to that. Right. So I really I just pray to God that it's not meant for us to have another 4 years of this, which I hope Trump just all right, I'm out. I'm just about to make all this money. I done set everything up so I can make all this money as a businessman and leave this shit. That's what I'm hoping, but I'm not hopeful, but I'm going to pray about it. Who's next on your list before it get depressing?
Justin Timberlake.
Go with that.
Way to do it.
JT was kind of problematic though.
What? Because he said he ain't like Prince?
No, I feel like JT's been kind of problematic because JT has been doing I want to do black shit when I want to do black shit, but I don't want to be down for black causes. He put fucking Janet Jackson out there to dry. He never stood up for Janet Jackson. He never apologized for that shit. Soon as they blame that shit on Janet Jackson, he got missing. Now, this is not to knock any of his talents or that he's your favorite. I just feel like JT his problematic has been untucked. And I think that's why he ain't been getting the love. He back in the studio with Timberland and shit because his whole motherfucking Man in the Woods shit didn't work. White people didn't buy into that shit. Now he back into let me get back into my soul shit. I don't know. I feel like JT's kind of a user, man.
Yeah. I just like his music.
Yeah.
Except for that Man in Fire, whatever the fuck that shit.
Man in the Woods shit.
But
yeah.
2020 was fucking retarded. And Senorita and all that other shit. He has some dope music. So I fuck with JT.
Yeah, just love us like you love our culture. That's all I be asking.
I agree.
Next on my list is a teacher that I used to have in high school, and his name was Mr. Skihan. Shout out to Mr. Skihan. He always looked out for us. The boys in our class used to basically fucking torture him. And they found out he was gay, and they still used to torture him. But he was like one of those teachers in like one of them white savior movies where he just didn't give up. Mm-hmm. Like he just wanted us to be great and shit. So, I heard like some rumors that Mr. Skihan maybe had passed away or something. I'm not sure if that's true, but I cannot locate him. So, Mr. Skihan, if you listening to this, you're one of my favorite white people, and hopefully you are not resting in peace. But if you have gone to the Lord, hopefully, you are in a better place. But if anybody listening to this know where Mr. Skihan at, hit me up. Let me know, man. So shout out to Mr. Skihan.
Yeah, I followed that actually. It's funny you said that because my next one was a teacher, Miss Allen. Miss Allen was dope. She was an English teacher. She was my AP English teacher in 11th grade and shit. Like super fucking smart. And like she was super passionate and super fucking, she was just dope. Like she was just, I don't know, she was just extremely nice and just had like a great heart. And I saw her not too long ago at several years ago now at this point, but I saw her at Food Line and shit, and she remembered me and everything. She was like, Brandon Hill. And I was like, damn, that shit crazy. And I was like, hey, Miss Allen. And we just talking for a little while and shit. She had gotten much older. She was old then, but yeah,
she's gotten older.
I think she was like, I can't remember if she said she was just getting over some sickness or whatever, but but yeah, she was dope, man. She was like, I remember we had to read Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston, and like she would read that shit and stare directly in my eyes. It was like only two black people in the fucking class. It was me and Alicia Space, out on my nigga Alicia, and and like Alicia was smart as fuck. She ended up going to like ECU and doing mad smart people shit, and she would just like purposely read them shits to us, you know what I'm saying? Like with like so much like passion and vigor in her voice, and shit was crazy. So yeah, shout out to her, man. She was great. And like all the black people that ever had her, cause even like she used to teach like, regular English or whatever. All the black people that had her always loved her cause she was just so dope. And the white people really didn't fuck with her like that cause
cause she liked the black people too much?
Nah, it's like she was just, they ain't feel her passion. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Respect her. Like, I don't know. She just had like certain soul to her. You know what I'm saying? Like she was just like, she loved English and she loved teaching English and reading and words and shit. So, and I fuck with her. So she made an impact on my life. Shout out to Miss Allen.
Shout out to Miss Allen. I think that's dope. I feel like, good teachers are so few and far in between. Not to disrespect people that, teach or whatever, but it's people who really love to teach, and then it's people who got a job in teaching because all you got to have is a degree. And that's who's hiring. So shout out to all the great teachers out there, man, because you couldn't have none of these people that you feel are great without great teachers, behind them, in whatever grade level, or even teachers who are not in the profession of teaching, but they just teach people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all those people. Shout out to Miss Van Walen. Hey, yo, your homeboy who be like, hey, Miss Van Walen. Your homeboy on the, you always be sending me his videos and shit. He be acting like he know people and he don't be knowing them motherfuckers. Oh no, you like Miss Van Walen. Yeah, you ain't Miss Van Walen.
I forgot that nigga there. That nigga's funny as hell.
Hey, that shit's super funny.
That nigga funny. He was fucking with motherfucker when they got locked up and shit the other day. Motherfucker was locking the motherfucker. He was like, oh shit, Mr. John, they got you. And the police all like, bro, go on the fuck on now. That shit was so funny. Nigga done hold the nigga being locked up. They both looking at this, like the police and the nigga look like, what the fuck are you doing? That shit was funny as fuck, man.
Hey, I be liking when people be about to go in on them niggas. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You about to get into a real fight over some pranks and shit.
That nigga was like, Carl, what's up, Carl? Nigga was like, oh shit, nigga, what the fuck? Them shit be too hell. That shit be funny as hell.
Yeah, that shit is funny.
I forgot that nigga Instagram that he funny as shit though.
Let's give one more. So my last white person is not really a white person, it's people. So I want to give my last slot to any Caucasian person who uses their privilege to combat racism.
That's a fact.
Shout out to y'all. I think that it's very easy to just sit in the shadows and be like, shit ain't got shit to do with me. You don't necessarily have to be racist to be a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? If you're not speaking up when wrong is happening, you know what I'm saying? That makes you a part of the problem. So when people use their actual privilege to combat these problems, shout out to you. I really fuck with you because you really could just, sit in your ivory tower and just take care of your, nice white family and not care about what's going on in these streets. So shout out to all y'all.
Absolutely. My last one is Stan Lee.
Marvel Comics
Lee, for Marvel, the Marvel universe that had played a significant role in my life and my wife's life and several other people that are nerds of some sort. That enjoy this alternate reality and universe and have created such great movies and several $1 billion worth of fucking, shit. So shout out to Stan Lee. Seemed like a cool dude. Obviously I don't know. I never met him, but he had a great imagination, to the point where it, cultivated this world that took over the fucking world, and gave people a chance to break away from the ills and the confines of this fucking nuts ass society and able to dive into a book or a movie, and created a bunch of jobs and a whole bunch of shit that just off, some brain power. So shout out to Stan Lee. Recently passed away, I guess, was it last year, I guess?
End of last year, I feel like.
Yeah. So
kind of like end of last year.
Shout out to Stan Lee, man.
Yeah. That's what's up. I want to say before we end, usually I don't really, I feel like want to take a lot of time to use our platform to promote other people's podcasts that we're not directly know or affiliated with. But, that 1619 podcast is awesome.
Ain't it? I put so many people onto that shit. That shit is amazing. I think I promoted the last podcast, but yeah, do yourself a favor. Get your history. Shit is it's so well done. Like it's just a production masterpiece, and it's digestible. You know what I mean? Like it's not like your boring ass history classes and shit. It's our history, but it's told by white people. Mostly, white people know a lot, but it's also spearheaded by the author. I forget her name. I forgot. I meant to do that for the last podcast, but I apologize. But yeah, man, 1619 is amazing.
Listen, when you listen to that podcast, you will, it's one of those podcasts that give you the real But you don't walk away mad. You just walk away like shaking your fucking head. Like, we literally created everything. We literally started everything. We literally built everything.
Like, nigga, we done and the shit be like, the shit is, that shit just, that's a big ass fair, like a damn hamster wheel. Like, the shit just goes around and around and around. Like
exactly.
The shit that's going on today has been going on, like, down to healthcare
forever.
Man, yeah, that shit dope.
Let me tell you something. What's so crazy to me, and they say you gotta know where you come from to know where you're going, because like B just said, history just repeats itself. It's circular. It just goes round and round and round and round, right? So you have people like Donald Trump who put out false narratives about all of these people, whether, you're gay, you're from another country, you're a woman, you're black, you're whatever. They put out these false narratives and people just run with them, right? And then I'm listening to like this last episode where they basically said that, black people were inferior. We would become extinct. We're not basically real people. Right. And you had individuals in the government arguing these points as to why they shouldn't help us with healthcare because it's a futile effort. We're going to become extinct anyway. So why? Like, people go along with things without any type of facts. And that is just crazy to me that people would put their whole lives and reputations on nonsense without looking into anything, without doing any type of research on their own. Like, that is just amazing to me. And the fact that, y'all came over from Europe and y'all really didn't have any culture. All y'all had was what they had over in Europe. And then that's when they get into the music and shit, and basically talked about how the first forms of white entertainment was blackface.
Yep. And the reason that shit came in, the reason we have Jim Crow was the very first fucking entertainer was Jim Crow. With the white dude painted his face, and his name at the time, his stage name was Jim Crow, right? So he stole that from a older black man that was in the horse stable, and he was doing, humming a song. The white man put words to it, took the melody, and blackface and created Jim Crow. And then it was such a hit because before all that, all they had was opera and shit like that. So they never really had their own American music. So yeah, shit.
They never had a culture. Exactly. What is white culture? White and culture is not a thing. You wonder why, black people, regardless of you live in California, you live in Mississippi, you live in North Carolina, you live in fucking New York, we share the same things. No matter where you from, because that's a cultural thing. They don't have that.
I don't want that shit to end. I'd be scared. Every episode will be the last one. No, keep it going. Fuck. Don't stop. I'd be looking forward to that shit, yo. That shit dope. And it's easy to really listen to. It's 30, 45 minutes. I know some people I don't like listening to podcasts because they're too long, but it's 30, 45 minutes tops, maybe an hour at the most. I think was the longest episode, and that was the introductory one. But it's
I think it's good education.
Yeah,
and man. I think it's a different slant. And I feel like it's one of those things where you should walk away feeling even more invincible. Yep. You know what I mean? Because all the things that have happened has only made us stronger. You know what I'm saying? And like I always say, understand your power. Just realize you do have power. You are not out here just aimless and don't have any power. Right. It's just today you just got to hit them in their pockets, and that's basically how it works. But I want to thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Make sure y'all check us out on our website, man. Get to know a little bit more about us, and you can listen from the website www.theaintshitshow.com. That's the X where the I may be. You can follow us on social, Twitter, IG, all that. We on all the streaming platforms, wherever you listen, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, all of that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And y'all know we like to end this, with a quote. And the quote for today is, your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. And until next week, I want y'all to be great and the marathon continues.
CMC.
We out.
Yep.